Taurus, how you getting on, guys? So I'm looking at my Patreon page, and through the stats I can actually see the amount of people that watch it and like it and all that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of going off that at the moment. So it's now the 20th, so we'll do from the 20th until the end, which is the 30th, right, of June. So it's a quick update. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Thank you. Whoa, the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if you're anything to do with the Sagittarius, but they kind of had that here. And I think I did pick up on Taurian energy, maybe. Not sure. But anyway, Sagittarian energy or Aries, Leo or Sagittarius can be either. Feeling optimistic, wanting to feel optimistic. Something new has started. Something has been finished and something has started. Optimism. Feeling passionate about a creation that it is that you want to do. Also very much on your spiritual path. You are being called in this direction in order to take this direction with optimism. As a spiritual calling, as a card for a message through spirit is saying, stay optimistic and on the path that you are on. Continue to go this way. Continue, regardless of the sign. Stay optimistic about your path. You know that you're on the right calling and go this way. If you get any messages, write them down. Write them down. They will come through in bits and bobs, but write them down. Someone knows their path of what they should do spiritually. They have a belief that the Queen of Wands is a belief system that is good for her, for him or her. Okay, money looks really good. Some people are holding on to their finances. So this is a lot to do with work. So it would be really for Taurian energy. Depending where it is in your chart, also your Vedic chart. Very important. Let me just close I think I'm probably got... It's a very nice day in Britain at the moment. I don't know, because I don't know if you could see. But what have we got? So yeah, balancing things out. Realising that something may have ended in order to begin. Optimism. Not pessimism. Balancing, being very caring and sharing with the time and the quality that you have for people. But some people, with or for or against, could be guarded. Fear of letting go of something. If it's to do with money, it's generally very good at the moment. But it is also kind of saying you're holding on to something for a reason of optimism. Knowing that there's a forward path that it is that I need to visit. There's a visitation of something. Like a spirit visitation I'm picking up. Like levitation for some people. Like an outer body experience. For some, I don't know why I'm picking that up. But being asked to go forward on this path that you're on. But some people are having to watch their kind of like wallet, really. Penny pinching. Be careful of a penny pincher. Also, penny pincher. 10 of Pentacles. This is like a lot of money. A lot of money. Because it adds up to 10. Meaning like something has ended, but something's began that's bringing in some kind of financial abundance. So it might mean that it's not penny pinching, it's kind of like not someone's pinching your money, meaning pinching, like we would say that in Britain, but like holding on to what you have because you've got this project that you want to work on and something may have ended where now that you've got more optimism that's coming in and you've got messages coming in also, like Akashic record messages, but meaning messages. So you are realizing that something to do with like spiritual travel, that you need to, you're continuing to work on your spiritual path and you are building the 10 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like something may have ended where now I'm having to save, but keep hold of what I've got of finances, because I know that there's a bigger calling for me in the long run, but it's building generally a lot of health. Now it depends on the Four of Pentacles, if that is a projection of blame of being guarded, where some people could be guarded because they're fearing something, because of something from the past of where people were giving to more than the other. But you also do have someone that works in like the creative field, but also like hospitals as a carer that deals with medication and caring and sharing, working in the general health department, like for elderly people or for sick people, and they might deal with people that they come into the clinic and they're very like guarded people, when they come into the clinic in order to get their medication, or to, it depends what kind of clinic it is. Some of you may be going to get like checked. Some of you could be having like spiritual awakenings, and you might think that you need to be like, sorry, like checked. Trust me, you don't. Yeah, you don't. Not spiritually checked, you don't. I don't know, it's like checks and balances is why I'm picking up, but like being checked, like spiritually being checked as well. But some of you may be going to like a, oh God, I hate to bring this up, but some of you might be going to a clinic to get checked. Now that could be like anything. Checked. Let's see. So about the truth. About the truth. So it might be about the truth of why it is, like the truth came in, and it is definitely something spiritual, but this is like what do you call it, like paperwork and stuff, like working for the council or for the law, or like spiritual council, but it can also be like paperwork or documents, or like flight passports, getting all that kind of thing in check. But at the moment, you know that that's a direction that you want to go in. But at the moment, here, it's really good, because what you've got is the Ten of Pentacles that's creating some kind of stability. Now, some of you might be wanting to get the truth by someone. You know, no. If the truth continues to not come in, that's because someone's very guarded, and they need time to reveal their own truth. Like, this is like speak your truth, you know. Speak your truth. It might be like a marriage or something, but this is people that come in for clients as well, that like seek higher counsel and guidance, counseling. Could be people, people that seek like wisdom as well, but like the caring community, but they seek counsel. They seek help with their paperwork and their documentation with something. Now, if this is to do with love, you're seeking the truth from someone, and you're wanting the truth to actually come in. You're wanting the truth to come in. About why are you so guarded? Why are you so guarded? But it doesn't really seem that way, because it's kind of like, well, I need to build up this financial support first before I can actually like travel, because this is also like travel. Well, there you go. Wow, the magician, the spiritual man with a suntan. He's actually got a suntan. Some of you might want to like travel, but this is like fresh and new. This is someone that you've just met, or someone that you can definitely meet for sure. On a spiritual, like I'm on a spiritual retreat or a spiritual journey, a bit like the Fool, because it's like new. Like in order to go and manifest this beginning with someone that I've just met or can meet, I have to have everything in order. Meaning, like, I have to be well balanced within money, within my creative field of what I do spiritually, but also like at work. Very caring and sharing, but some people could, it depends on how this Four of Pentacles is perceived to be perceived. Because the Four of Pentacles is holding on to something, and it's holding on to finances, but it's holding on to finances because of a certain reason of, like, documentation or passport or something to do with travel. But I'm also picking up like spiritual time travel for some reason. Someone definitely sees you as a very caring and sharing person. And what they talk about is that the fact that they really want to hold on to you and not let you go. This is someone that like just will fucking hold on to you for a lifetime and does not want to let you go. It's like, well, I don't want to let you go. We communicate about how caring and sharing you are, or we are, within a like a community of both, really. Like, mundanely of what you come here to experience as a soul spiritually through soulmate energy is the fact that you do things on a mundane level of where you work for public service. You work for public service, so it's like karmic reward. The scales of balance doesn't have to mean Libra. It just means in order to balance things out, you need to bow down to public service, meaning that you have to be a caring and sharing person to bow down to karma, definitely, Saturn, as if to say, well, you're in charge, so you take charge, Saturn. Well, to the person, to the people, you take charge, because I want to hold on to you. But Saturn, you know, you have that belief system of like, well, you're in charge. I ask for somebody spiritual, someone spiritual, the magician, the healing hands, and there it is. And there it is. Someone that's stable, grounded, committed. Well, not committed. I don't know. Some of you could be dealing with people like that. Like, what do you call it? People that, well, I don't know is the politest way to put it. Like prison, or like people that, well, they might come in and think, well, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Where's that song? Knowles Barkley, right? Knowles Barkley. That might have been what I was picking up on. The some of you might be thinking, fuck, bruv. Spiritually, I must be fucking crazy. Am I really receiving these messages? These messages. Is this person, wow, this person like speaks the truth. How's that? Cornerstone, magician, the Queen of Wands, optimism, passion, grounded, stable, has everything committed on a table. Some of you are like doctors and nurses, like, or matron. Oh dear. God, what was that? I don't know if a lot of you would know that. Matron. Never mind. Like nurses or doctors and nurses, but like, yeah, people that come into a clinic, I'm just picking up. But love life is kind of like, well, I'm holding on to you for dear life. I am not letting you go. Let's have a look. Taurus, Sun, Rising, or Venus from now till the end of June. Thank you. Well, the sun. So I don't read reversals. The sun is shining. It's the sunshine. That your eyes real what I need. What's that? The something is disappointed. What is that? Optimism, passion. Sorry, I'm thinking of the song and it's really distracting me. Pessimism is never disappointed or something. It was a song that I really liked. I forget now. The sun. So it could be Leo. It could be that you have children. It can be that you want to, just even go abroad. The sun is like putting a lot of energy into the soul spiritually. Putting a lot of energy into the soul spiritually in order to continue on this path. Making the seeds grow. Seeds need water, but they need the moon and the sun in order to create oxygen and birth and rebirth of seeds well planted in a good field of creativity, that it seems to be working through someone speaking truth seeking and is a guide, a spiritual guide. And it's pulling this energy this way towards the sun. So, it's healing. That's a very strange card. Well, spiritually, being in alignment with meditation, definite a lot of healing work that's being reflected between soulmate energy, the sun, and we're all optimistic. We're all optimistic now, or are we pessimistic? About the future, optimistic about the future, but healing, using meditation work in order to bring my soulmate to me, relaxing after relaxing after also something where you do things like this, or you do things as a carer, from a hospital. These are people that are in hospitalized. Someone could work in a morgue, literally work in a morgue for the deceased. You do a lot of preparation work. Yeah, The Walking Dead is what I just heard. The Walking Dead. The TV program. The Walking Dead. Two of Cups energy showing at the bottom. I didn't really want to look, but someone new. This is someone not new, but someone recently new. The Two of Cups, if that is to come up. This is I'm feeling very optimistic about this new person that's entered my life like a magician. Boop, there you go. There's your reward. There's your reward. Some of you could be rewarded at work, honoured at work, for doing such hard work, and you are being seeked out for guidance, and for seeing somebody that is a very stable person and actually gives people the truth, but in a very caring way. It's I'm a very caring and sharing person. I am probably a little guarded, but I generally always try to speak keep the peace, man. Keep the peace and speak the truth the best I can, in order to try and sort law of attraction, the kind of depends on what your belief is. Some of you could be dealing with law of attraction and trying to bring this soulmate into fruition through talking a lot about truth and how you can work on the relationship to become one union of a 10 of Pentacles, a family. Some could be family, someone could be single, and someone could have family, and you want to bring the Ten of Pentacles together to make a unit of one, to manifest things into reality. And the Four of the Four of what? The Four of Swords is more about healing and resting from some kind of, God, who's never got baggage in life now, especially when we're spiritual, right? So who hasn't really been, if you're dealing with soulmate energy, where you've dealt with, well, fucking anything in life, where it just persists to make you feel like you're in the Three of Swords energy, right? So you heal from that, but generally soul healing from it because of being a very caring public speaker, a public motivator, motivational speaker and public seeker of truth. But it generally takes a lot from you, like just drains your natural ability, where you just need to recuperate at the end of the day naturally as well. Just for the general public, you go to work and you come home and you need to rest. But general advice that you need to rest, you need to rest, because it regenerates the soul. You see, resting and recuperating and plenty of sleep and rest regenerates and regroup and regenerates the soul, so you can speak more fluid with fluidity of truth. You need to be recharged in order to gain your strength back to become that motivational speaker or worker or light worker or like general public worker. You have to keep up appearances. You have to keep up the appearance to remain in your domain as such of what you're good at, in order to recharge your batteries, in order to continue with what we will go on with the rest of the reading, Taurus. So thank you for looking at this reading. So sorry. So we'll go over onto Patreon for everybody also that is still on Patreon. I really do appreciate this, and this reading will be over there, the rest of it. If you want to join Patreon, the link is below. It's very cheap. You will get to see all the monthlies, all the bi-weeklies, every reading that's over there, everything that's coming up the next month, and will still be added there, all within Tier 1. You can watch the lot. Okay, if not, and you just want to watch the rest of this reading or any of the readings that I do, these ones will be in the bi-weekly. If you want a reading, a personal reading, okay, this is the kind of thing that I do. It's a general spread like this, and I will pick up every single message that I possibly can through this reading. It will probably be a bit quicker than this one, but I will try to channel and stuff as much as I can to do with work life, money, family, dynamic, everything. I don't have a belief where this can just pertain to your love life. It's not. The best lessons that you can ever learn are from your family dynamic, your work dynamic. When everything is into fruition, your love life is in order, or your work life is in order. It depends on what's written for you to understand. It frees energy up. It recuperates the soul. It frees energy up, and you become more in aligned with your love life, with your soulmate or whatever path that you're on. So I'm not like this is your partner. It's just, it would always relate to your family as well, So that's generally that. So all the links are below. If you want a reading also, the link is below with the email address that you can send me an email. Hopefully they will be over on Patreon, and hopefully they will be over on Vimeo, well, pretty much straight away, I would say. Okay, all right guys, thanks for all the reading. Peace.